Oops. How are you guys doing? Hello all, welcome to Story Retold. Hello WD Macy, you're in the house. Kissing and kissing. Jazz versus Jazz, you're lurking while working. I appreciate your lurk. Nancy Drew walkthroughs, hello! How are you doing? You can't say more. I know, you're always busy on this day. I'm glad you stopped by to say hello. I've got orange cream soda. I'm watching all your guys' live chat as I'm snacking beforehand. You guys are all eating food. I want food. Jonathan Coley, hi! Gabrielle 40, I'm glad you are feeling much better. I was also sick last week, mostly Tuesday, Wednesday. Figured out what my problem was. I was having terrible headaches from a medication I was taking, so quit that medication. Now I gotta talk to my doctor about that. What else are you guys eating? Tortellini! I see tortellini. I see mac and cheese. Andy Crafts. I love it. Damien McGowan. Oh, that's sweet. Goodness gracious. It's been a Monday, Elizabeth. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Mondays for me are just, oh, that's, you know, not a thing you want to be seeing. Hang on. Put that back. There we go. You didn't see anything. Grilled burger. Delicious. Mondays. How are you guys' Mondays doing? I think Chaz versus Jazz is on Tuesday right now. But for me, it's like, oh, and that's the thing, you guys. I keep getting diverted. Every time I say or please spam me with an emoji of some sort. I gotta be better about saying and all the time. Mondays are crazy because it's like trying to figure out everything that's going on, everything that I've been working on, and then actually getting the work done in between all the meetings that happen. That's for me. You're stressing for auditions, Emily. Oh my goodness, you'll be great. Break a leg. Wait, not mimosa. I meant samosa. Is that that's a food, right? That's like a little triangle shaped pastry thingy. You could have mimosas too if Nancy's your walkthroughs if you want. Let's get into playing the game. We were goofing off with second chances last time and calling spied, and we haven't even entered the tomb. Now that is quite a different story. You just got home from a weekend trip and your sister has been working on making buttered chicken. Ooh. And mimosas. Yes. You're super hyped. I would be too. Samosas. I've had those before. I've had them homemade from someone who is actually from Singapore. Singapore? Yeah. She made them. She made those. They're very good. What were we doing? We haven't even been in the tomb yet.
Have it. Still have to do. Can't check that off yet.
You guys to help me stay focused. Find Professor John Boyle's notes. Can't do that. Explore the main tent. Can't do that because Lily's in the way and she won't let me snoop. Isn't that the rudest thing ever? When there's people around and they won't let you snoop through stuff. Excuse me. I love the Great British Baking Show. Why do you ask? Oh look, it's been another month, Cheryl. Thanks for the love. Member for 14 months. I still owe you something that's sitting right here on my desk. I just need to mail it to you. I totally forgot to do that last week. Let's go explore the tomb, shall we? That's a thing we have not done. Nicely decorated in here. It's so fancy. So rude and not in a nice way. Oh, is the game really loud? Let's try this. Bring it down a bit. Shovel, yes please. Thank you for calling out my audio. I appreciate that. Okay, I think that's all we could take from this area. Game was loud, is no longer loud. Thank you, Matt Monita, for your affirmation. Generators to produce power. Hello, sir. The distinguished Dr. Bakum.
Ah, you are still here, darling.
Oh, you couldn't drag me away. But if you don't mind, I prefer Nancy.
I prefer the distinguished Dr. Raccoon. It appears neither of us is going to get what we want.
hold the phone. Who here wants to be referred to when you introduce yourself to someone? How would you introduce yourself? I am the most distinguished Calina Herman. Have you heard of me?
So I must know, are you very brave or just very stupid?
Oh, I'm not afraid of a curse, if that's what you're getting at.
It is, but you still haven't answered my question.
Ooh. If there really is a curse and I'm ignoring it, then I guess you could say I'm pretty stupid.
If there really is a curse and I'm ignoring it, then I guess you could say I'm pretty stupid.
No stupid person has ever uttered that phrase. I've met many stupid people. As a group, they do not self-identify reliably. I see I must keep an eye on you.
Amy C. Mysteries, thank you for calling out the fun fact of today. I haven't double checked this. I believe you're right though. In Instagram, you confirmed that on this exact day, this game was released 11 years ago in 2012. If I am mathing correctly, yes, 2012 on May 8th. This day, happy anniversary to Tomb of the Lost Queen.
What's going to happen now that there's been a major injury?
Usually it means we are going to be shut down, so now we work fast.
Professor Boyle was supposedly injured by a lightning strike, but the medical reports state that he was struck in the head with a blunt instrument.
No, that can't be.
That's what he said.
This is serious.
I know. Someone attacked him.
Do not be so hasty. We don't know what happened. But it's best you be careful anyway.
I think Professor Boyle was attacked.
Do you have any evidence?
The doctors said it was.
I have enough. If I'm wrong and it's an accident, then no harm done. If I just assume it was an accident and let his attacker get away with it, who knows who will get hurt next?
You are very shrewd.
I'll take that compliment.
What do you think about Professor Boyle?
He's lucky to be alive. It's a good thing professors have such thick skulls.
Did you two get along?
Get along? I know him. I respect his work.
Were you okay with Professor Boyle working the site with you?
No.
Why not?
When you are the best, like I am the best, no one else can ever help. No, they only get in your way.
But Professor Boyle is one of the best archaeologists working today. He wouldn't be getting in your way.
One of the best? Pfft, I am the best. That's why this site is mine.
So there can only be one best. You can't have the best team because there's no such thing as one. Many bests. Okay. Matt Marito, I love that. The distinguished Dr. Bakum makes obnoxious predictions of doom. If we set aside curses, the only thing worse is Abdullah is in charge of the tomb. I love that. If you're not the best, you're the worst. Obviously. Yes. Nandy Crafts, you are the eccentric and powerfully empathetic Ricky. I love that. This game is so old, right? I remember promoting this and working on... I made the official trailer for it on YouTube, and I remember getting it ready for the website and for social media graphics. It was such a fun time.
What are you working on?
This mural here. There is something very important hidden in this wall. I don't know if I can decode it in time.
Can I give it a shot?
No. You want to try the other mural up top? Yeah, sure.
I need a few tips for reading the hieroglyphs.
A few tips? Yes, that's how I learned to read hieroglyphs. At first, they were inscrutable and mysterious, but then I got some tips. Just go look in your books.
Just look at the books. Ignore me.
Have you made progress? Did you find anything to say whose tomb this is?
I wish I could say we found the lost queen, but I don't know for sure yet. The answer is here. We may find the mummy, but if we do not crack this before they come to shut us down, we may never know who we have found.
Do you have any idea what that inscription means?
Look at the hieroglyphs. They are not supposed to be riddles, and I still grappled with them, sometimes for years. The actual riddles, forget it. That's why I am here, staring at this wall. I cannot think if I am not working.
I cannot think if I am not working. So even when he's, like, trying to figure out the grocery list, he has to count that as working in order for him to think. I don't understand. This character was actually based off of a real live person, but I'm not going to say who, because one, I forget the actual person's name. Two, if I allude to who that is, I don't want to get into trouble, because the real life person is quite intense and I don't want to be drawn attention to.
What do you know about Lily?
I've seen many like her.
What does that mean?
Ambitious, young, smart. The ones like that, they achieve. Or they flame out in a big...
That seems dramatic.
The world moves on the back of dramatic lives.
Ooh, great quote.
I do not think this is a good thing. Lily, she is like a spinning top. She stands straight, but the slightest nudge, she will go ping, flying off in a crazy direction. I do not trust her.
Then why did you choose her to be part of the dig?
Someone I fully trust would never be able to surprise me.
Ah, I missed the rest of that quote. The world moves on the back of... Well, I'll have to go back and look at it. Great quotes for the quote generator. Not, you just realized how people are in the chat are close to your age. I'm amazed at how many people are here. They're actually now in your 20s, but you guys were like in grade school or junior high or high school when some of these games came out. That's amazing. Hey, I was in my 20s when this game came out because I was working at Her Interactive. But I think it's amazing that so many people remember when this was launched.
I still don't understand why you would want Lily to work with you.
She is smart, and her downfall is being too ambitious. She is so much like me, I'd be a hypocrite to not like her.
Her downfall is being too ambitious. Well, okay, when you're too ambitious about something without having confidence or knowledge or know-how or tools, then yes, you can fall short from your ambition. You can bite off more than you can chew. So that makes sense.
I'll catch you later.
Goodbye.
The world moves on the back of dramatic lives. Thank you, it's Lepistra, and hello! Hello, friend. The world moves on the back of dramatic lives. Dr. Bakum, if I could spell his name correctly. I didn't even pay attention. I'll just say Abdullah. I had an amazing doctor named Abdullah. Intelligent people.
My dictionary could help translate that.
Throw a book at it. Has anyone made a video about that? The Nancy Drew isms in real life? I think we missed this instance. I know Indy at Her Interactive did a whole bunch like this, but like actual throwing a book at something to translate it, work. You remember the day you bought this from GameStop? You were excited that you went back home and took some very embarrassing selfies of it, which I've never seen the light of day. I have a video, some embarrassing selfie videos.
Never enter where?
According thereto, let it be found inscribed on the tablet, as to anyone who does not know this spell, he shall never enter. I can't look up. Okay, down we go. I did it! I translated.
Yes?
Oh.
See ya!
Goodbye.
Okay, hang on. There's a lot to translate in this room. I think someplace in this game there is a hieroglyph around the door that has like a Sunny June doodle on it someplace, and I forget where it was. If you guys remember, call it out, but be on the lookout for it. It's like one of these arches or something. No, maybe not. Oh, maybe it was here. It's like a UFO or something. A Sunny June reference of some sort. Doesn't look like it's here. Okay, so we've got some tunnels with great statues. Now, a little not paranoid, but now I'm gonna be hyper vigilant. Vigilant. Excuse me. And looking for the UFO. Beautiful hallways. A real life tomb like this would not be this fancy. We were spoiled in this game. Of course Sunny June would deface a historic site. It's Sunny. This one's like all faded. I can't really see it too well. So many.
This is approximately where the other amulet pieces were found.
Bring out your shovel. Aha! Catfoots. Wait. I think at one point there is supposed to be like an Easter egg to be dug somewhere around here. And I have to take a picture of this.
I can't use that now.
I know you have like no cell service down here. Of course. Save it.
It's stuck.
Take the pick. We'll deface this as well. Isn't it over the big door heading out of the tomb? Maybe. I really don't remember. That's okay, Indie Crafts. No matter what age you are, whenever it is that you start out making videos and Instagram posts, it's always awkward and not perfect. But that's the whole point of posting the awkward ones and imperfect ones, because then you can learn from it and just improve from it. I have a hard time trying to make perfect things the first time around. And I beat myself up for it. But it's okay to mess up. It's okay to even mess up live. Just own it. Make it fun. Make it funny. Just focus on what you're doing. Try to troubleshoot. Work it out. It's all good. We're in a really great community who are very forgiving, and they don't judge if you have tech difficulties, which I am also appreciative of. Hello, Jasmine Burke. We haven't gotten very far. We just entered this tomb. And we're distracted. We're looking for Sunny June's doodle someplace in this place. I know it exists because I remember talking to one of the artists who mentioned it. But I don't know where he put it. James. We can credit James for it, I think. I think it's James. Did I say, sorry. Wait, you gotta go braise your brisket. Is that a quote? Or... Oh, interesting. OBS is not sharing... sharing the emojis that are happening, but at least I see it over here on the stream. That's cool. Thank you, guys. Oh, translation. Is this it? This? No. Throw book at it.
Why doesn't this area translate? That jackal symbol is at the beginning and end of this passage. There must be something special about it.
Tori, yes. Guarantee if Nancy ever goes to the moon, she'll find a crater that says Sunny was here. Truth. Puzzle time! I love this. So, I think there was a little bit of a conflict with the designers, and you know how the Nancy Drew games are romanticized, right? Romanticized mysteries. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Oops. Sorry. But when the designer was working on this game, with the writer, they were trying to figure out, okay, we're making this translation hieroglyphs puzzle, but how do we do that and the player can get it at the end? Because it would be a double translation, right? It would have to be translated into Egyptian or whatever language they spoke way back, ancient Egyptian, really, and then it would translate to English. So they cut out that extra step and just translated it directly to English. So these hieroglyphs are going directly to English. So yes, Queen Nefertari and her husband wrote in English hieroglyphs. Anyways. What am I doing? I am trying to... This is very similar to some puzzles we've done recently. Is this an I or is this an A? Let's try A. And we pretty much just guess and check until we can figure out what the words are. That's a great quote too, Jasmine Berg. I gotta add that to the quote generator if I haven't already. Let's take a wild guess and say that these 3-letter words are T-H-E. That can't be. The only word this could be is that. So maybe this isn't A, maybe it's I, and maybe this is A. Maybe this is am. At some point we'll be able to do this fast. Feet? What word is this? Tie? Maybe this is wrong. So a single letter has to be a vowel. It has to be either A or I. I am, because this makes sense. I am the, unless these aren't, that's not an A. Let's erase that. Oh, I recognize some of these words because memory serves. Hither. I remember. It's come. Be? We? Come ye? Come ye hither. This is N. Sorry. I gotta stop doing that. I need a thinking word to say out loud. No, this has got to be... Is it S? Maybe this is P. Yes! Come ye hither. Something. Something. Is that an N? Is it a Y? No. It's not an O. Vowels are left. Oh, A? Train. Trains didn't exist back then. That can't be right. V? Or F? Is that a G? Come ye hither, gods in the train of Horus. No. These are your favorite puzzles in the game, Johanna? Because it is Horus. Yes, you remember that. A clue, Detective Cal. Come ye hither, gods in the... I don't think that's right. Train of Horus? The steps ascend. We are the four. We? The four of Horus, I am the air that sweeps up the Nile.
Looks like I need to find out who the four sons of Horus were.
Train. Oh, train. Not like choo-choo train. All aboard the Mummy Express. Like Eric Carlson, yes. No, when we say train, it could be train like as in... like a veil train or a garb train, I guess. A clue. No, wait, that's just a sync. Nancy and the device. Awesome. We are the four of Horus. I am the air that sweeps up the Nile. I am the hunter who faces to greet the new day. I am Amseti, protector of the south. I am the cry that soars towards the setting sun. Together, we, the gods, and the train of Horus guard the corners. So the four of them, okay. I'm sure... Sorry. Nancy mentioned this at some point. We'll come back to it. Somebody remember that for me. That's a clue.
It looks like the red scarab is missing.
Oh, I wanted to solve the slider puzzles. Fail indeed, Tori. I keep saying the word. The cursed word. No. I feel like I might have been in like the cat tomb. Can't look at too much in these rooms. But here. Not here.
I need to see if I can find something that will help me solve this.
We don't know yet, Nancy? Oh, that's stuck. How do I know? I just know. Okay, so only a couple of these could actually... No. Fit on the far right. This or this has to be at the far right because it's the only one that has one at the end. Thusly. No. Maybe. No. No. Some overlapping has to be done. Thought I could get this solved already. Maybe this goes over here. Think. Well, these... No, those aren't the same ones. But this is the only one that could line up. Nope. Oh, hang on. That one. Yes. Yes. Maybe. No. Yes.
That's it! Now if I only knew what
Yay!
it meant.
Ooh.
It's still sealed.
I remember capturing this footage for the trailer. Nancy touches it with her bare hands.
Oops.
Big oops. Oh. Flashlight.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
I think we found the tomb.
I did. Me. I'm
I've got to see this myself.
I solve puzzles here. I'm a puzzle pro.
Brilliant!
Who is that? It's magnificent.
What is this? Look at the hieroglyphs. There is something very important here.
It's the curse.
Everyone, get out of here.
Oh, if I can just get this light to turn back on.
Now!
Ah. Well, nuts. I got kicked out. Why? Lily!
Hi.
Hi.
Do you think there's something to this curse?
I've studied curses, so look. Don't make me say it.
Say what?
Yes, I do. Even reading about curses gives me the creeps.
Why are you reading about curses if they give you the creeps?
I know, it's weird. It's like if I can learn everything about curses, then maybe they won't have any control over me. I can tell that you probably don't believe in curses, so please don't make fun of me.
How can you tell I don't believe in curses?
Sorry, I'm just a bit worked up. I'm probably just being oversensitive. You're too calm. Do you know how effective curses are? They are deadly 76.42% of the time. You know what else has that fatality rating? Whitewater rafting with a hungry bear, who also has the bird flu and he's holding dynamite.
That's a crazy odd. The odds are really crazy. I would never invite a bear to go whitewater rafting. That would be a scene, though.
What did you think about being there to finally open the tomb?
I don't know what to think. When I was near it, it just felt... No, it's stupid.
What?
Something was in that room with me.
Yeah.
Whatever
4
it
other
was,
people.
it wasn't human. At least not anymore.
The
Don't
mummy.
go in there.
Well, the tomb wasn't a mummy, but it was in there. Yeah, she's so dramatic. She's the same voice actor as Lucas from The Captive Curse.
What's that book?
Curses of the World, the compendium of cruel curses and curious casualties. It does have a lot of C's.
That doesn't seem like light reading.
I was originally going to go into paleontology, but no, I changed my mind freshman year. Why did no one tell me about how creepy curses are when I switched majors? Dinosaurs were bad news back in the day, but now, totally safe. Mummies, on the other hand, I make poor life choices.
Curses aren't real. You'll be fine.
No more taunting the curse, at least not around me. I'm too young to die out here. I have things to do. I'm still in school. I haven't even started my life yet. I'm not tempting fate here, Nancy. I refuse.
Okay, I can respect that. What do you think of Abdullah?
Say what you want about how he behaves. He's earned it.
Earned it? Nobody's earned bad, rude behavior.
I've heard the opposite.
I've studied his career. He's a bit of a jerk, but let's face it, when you think of archaeology, you think of him. He's the best. A decade of dedicated study.
Okay, I guess you have a point.
Thanks. It just bothers me when people are critical of him. He's sort of a hero of mine.
I'll let you go.
See ya.
I would love to have a game that's based on paleontology. I think that would be really fun.
Stay out of there!
Well, we've got the amulet piece. What does our tasks list say?
Can't check, still haven't done that.
Still haven't done that. Okay. What birds are out here? I'm not... Okay, there are trees, so that's something. Okay, let's finish this. Last piece. Kitty cat foot.
Got it.
And it looks perfectly pristine now. No cracks or anything. Look at a T-Rex and tell me they're nice. If they have a smile, they're nice. What do I do with it now? I have it. Got super glue. Okay, we were looking for... not much. Were we recharging this? We were gonna recharge the flashlight.
Ooh. Flashlight's dead. I'll need to find another light source.
Yeah, and that's when I, during the walkthrough meeting, before this game was made, I was like, hey, isn't there a lantern here? Can I take this for a light? Mm-hmm. Did we translate this too? We did. Ooh, cassette player. We read that. Ah, I have to open it to close it. Okay. We looked at all these. Ah, let's go talk to this new guy. Yay, fireworks indeed, Eric.
Hello.
Not to be rude, but who are you? Why are you here?
I could ask the same of you, but I won't. I'm Dylan Carter, to answer the question you didn't ask, but probably meant to.
I'm Nancy Drew.
Brilliant! Well, good chat. Mustn't keep you from your duties.
This character was actually designed off of an actual tour guide that the designer and her sister went on a tour in Africa, actually. So they had him designed like after that guy.
What do you think of Abdullah?
He's got quite the ego, but I'm sure he deserves it.
What makes you say that?
If he didn't, no one would put up with him. History's great pioneers always tend to be a bit prickly. Sure, he's a tyrant, but he's supposed to be the best in his field.
Do you think he is?
Who knows if it's true? He's either the best or the guy who says, I'm the best, the loudest.
The loudest.
Unfortunately, either one of those two things works equally well.
True.
You know, he's just on the edge.
What do you mean?
He's close to being known the world over. He must have gotten a glimpse of what that would be like. I wonder what he'd do to make it over that last hurdle.
would he explode. It was funny because we got a lot of criticism for this character and his accent, but his accent is an actual accent. He's from the UK, and the team actually had to record his audio from Her Interactive over Skype. He had recorded at his studio location, but they were directing him over Skype at really weird hours of the day so that they could accommodate his time zone.
Why are you hanging out here outside instead of going into the tomb?
Why aren't you hanging out outside?
Why aren't I hanging out? I am hanging out outside right now.
I have better things to do.
Oh, you do not. When you come to your senses, I'll still be here. You know why England tried to take over the world?
Boredom?
Boredom?
Because we've got everything you need. Except for the sun. You know why we stopped trying to take over the world?
Because everyone else got sick of it?
That they did.
Is the real reason you're hanging out here because you're not cleared to actually go into the site?
I was hoping we'd be able to get over that little bump in the road before that cat got out.
What do you do exactly besides sit here in the shade and drink water?
What do you do exactly?
As a tour guide, I show the world to those who want to see it. It's the best job on the planet, next to lion tamer or astronaut.
Where do you give tours?
All throughout Egypt.
That sounds like a fantastic job, but why aren't you leading a tour now?
It's getting very competitive these days. I need every advantage I can get. Well, that's why I'm here. To be perfectly on the level, I have to be.
Since you're a tour guide, can you give me any information about Egypt I might need to know?
Sure, here.
Oh, thank you. So helpful. Yes, gods and goddesses of ancient Egypt. A partial pantheon. This is going to become helpful. Man with ostrich-plumed crown. Hey, I want one of those. Can I have an ostrich-plumed crown? Man with head of jackal. Solar disk with sun, rays ending in hands. Man with double crown. Women with head of cat. Women with cow horns and sun disk. Man with falcon head. Women with throne on her head. Man with a scarab as a head. Man. Anyways.
Why are you so sure the public would want to tour this site?
Surely you've heard of the curse.
The curse.
I have. Do you believe in it?
Of course I do.
But since you're here, you must not be worried about being cursed yourself.
I've been gloriously unlucky my whole life. I don't think a curse could make things much worse.
You wanna bet?
Bye-bye.
I'll be seeing ya.
He's just lounging. Okay, now what? Find out everything I can about Dylan.
Haven't, can't check, still can't check, still haven't, still can't check that off yet.
Okay, I haven't finished exploring the tomb. Shall we get back to it? Got kicked out. Abdullah.
Yes?
Is it strange that some of the hieroglyphs don't make sense?
There is a saying, if a lion could speak, we would not understand him. So let's say one day, magically, poof, a very smart lion learns to speak the king's English. How he understands the world is so radically different that even though you understand the words he spoke, you could never understand what he was trying to say.
Food.
Is that how you think of the ancient Egyptians?
Yes. Now let me show you why I am the best archaeologist in the world in one simple step.
Okay.
Well, then won't I be able to become the best archaeologist in the world?
No. I am Ramses II.
Oh, okay.
I thought you looked familiar.
Please, I am much more handsome than he was. Now pay attention. I, Ramses II, I look at my kingdom. Look at it with me. Be Ramses with me. Come now, survey the kingdom. We are kings. Look at the sands. They part in the most elegant tribute to our majesty. Listen to the river. You are not doing it.
I'm trying.
Sorry, I'll try harder.
Good. Listen to the river. That is better. The birds of prey and even the deadly serpents bow before us. They look to us as if we were the sun. And remember, we are Ramses. We are the sun, most favored by Ra, sun god. The heartbeat of this world is for us alone. Looking at all of this, what do you want?
What could I possibly want?
Exactly. Now tell me, what are you afraid of?
I guess losing what I have.
Yes, you are thinking like a pharaoh. Now tell me, how could you lose what you have?
I can't lose anything. I'm the pharaoh.
Wrong. You can and you will. You will die, Ramses II. You will be gone and forgotten.
Okay, but how does all of this lead to the lost queen?
For thousands of years, the lion spoke and no one understood. But understand the fear and you understand the man.
Is the quote generator not really working? Yeah. Sorry, Matt, you got one of the quirkiest quotes.
What do you think of this tomb?
What are you getting at?
It's amazing. The amount of detail, the size. Well, someone really important must be buried here.
After 5,000 years of recorded history, that could be said about every hole in the ground.
But that's what you think, isn't it?
I don't leave the house for anything less than amazing.
So it's safe to assume this is going to be a major find?
You tell me.
Who do you think is buried here?
No, I do not guess.
Who are you hoping to find here?
Who does everyone want to find? The lost queen.
Who is that?
Nefertari.
Why is she
Did I
lost?
freeze?
Over 100 years ago, they found her tomb. The most magnificent of its kind. But when they opened the tomb, do you know what they found?
Nothing?
They found 2 kneecaps.
Truth.
The queen was nowhere to be found.
True.
Why's that?
Nobody knows. I say she was never there to begin with.
Do you have proof?
No. The people who had proof have been dead 100 times longer than they were ever alive. So they're not talking. We have to learn to think like they did. But it's not easy. Anyone who says different lies or is stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think these characters were necessarily mocapped. I don't think they were mocapped. They might have had a few mocap instances, but they translated from one source, and then they just generated it into their models. So I'm not sure if the actual actor did any like motion while he was recording.
Do you know Dylan?
I know of him.
You do? So he has a
Good
reputation?
night, Jasmine. Thanks
He
for
is a
coming,
very
friend.
popular guide, for whatever that is worth. I do not like guides. They distort history and turn the other way, as sticky-fingered tourists steal every bit of Egypt they can find.
That seems a little harsh.
Not harsh enough. Every tourist thinks, what will it hurt? I'll just take one small piece of the pyramids. And they come, by the millions they come. And bit by bit they smuggle our history back in their luggage. They're worse than the museums.
You feel very passionately about this, I see.
Do you think international teams have stolen artifacts from Egypt?
No, I do not think. I know.
You don't seem very happy to have Dylan here.
Good. I'm glad you noticed. If this were my site, like it should be, he'd be out on the sand with his hat in his hand, trying to catch a ride back to Cairo. And he would never find one, because there is no street.
Well,
I translated the hieroglyphs.
Beginner's luck.
I think you could be right, Nerdy Geek Gamer.
I'll let you go.
See you later.
Okay, let's go find, I heard movement. Go back to the tomb. Oh, I needed a light. Nuts. Where's that light? I forget. Was it a lighter? hang on. Is there a torch? Ah.
A lamp! Great! I just need to find a way to get it working.
I don't have a lighter, do I? I need to get one. Yeah, close the door. Okay, we need to do a little bit more looking around. We haven't gone through this one yet, have we? No, we haven't.
My dictionary could help translate that.
Throw a book at it. Twice is my hiding place opened. Just checking for spaceships. Ooh, Red Pixie. You started playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor on your PS5? Nice. I haven't played the first one yet. Wait, is Survivor the second one or first one? I forget. I go by these so fast. Aha. I speak that which I wish to his mummy. It becometh strong. A dead end. What ho? Can't even look at the ground. Not fair. Okay, let's just take a look here. I swear, I thought I saw this at one point. I know there's a UFO in here, and I know like during the Herder Active live streams, I think we found it, but I can't. Oh, is it this? Is this right here? Can we zoom in on that? Hang on. No, that's a scarab, right? Oh, no, look. Hang on. Is it here? A little alien? Right here? Alien? Yeah? And spaceship. It is here. Oh my goodness. UFO. Alien. We found it. I'm satisfied. Oops, that's not a thing I wanted to move around. Oh dear. How do I get this back? Let's adjust the settings here. I just totally messed it all up. Hang on. Scale? Blending? No. Transition? No. Transform. Here we go. Reset transform. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do, but okay. That works. Voila. Sorry. But we found it. I'm very happy. You were right, Emily. Okay, do we call somebody? We've got one phone charge. Ooh, let's call Bess. Or John. Bess. Let's call Bess. Oh, we have 8 minutes
Hi,
left.
Bess.
Nancy, how goes the old mummy hunt?
Good, I think. Maybe bad.
Something happened, didn't it?
There was a sandstorm, and the professor from Kingston had to be taken to the hospital.
Nancy, be careful out there. It sounds dangerous.
I will.
George is all wrapped up in that new job of hers. You can call me anytime you need help. Full disclosure, while I do play an Egyptologist on television, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
We found the tomb!
Way to go!
But when I opened it, 2 strangers showed up.
From the dead?
Really? Aren't you in the middle of nowhere?
Yes?
Okay, so maybe they were just out for a walk. In the desert. Nope, doesn't work out. Nancy, what the craziness is happening out there?
No clue. It's like I'm the only one here who doesn't know what's really going on. I don't like that feeling.
You get used to it.
Aww.
Bess.
Well, it certainly feels that way. Maybe it's time to call this one a wrap.
I can't until John's back. I just need to keep my head on straight and try to keep the site in order.
That's exactly like this one part of Revenge of the Desert Queen. So everybody...
Is this going to be an anecdote where someone dies in a cursed tomb?
No,
Okay, continue.
I lied. It was. But I'll just keep it to myself.
Poor Bess doesn't know what's going on half the time, but she's such a good friend.
I don't know what to make of this tour guide who appeared out of nowhere.
Is he cute?
Define cute.
Why is this never any fun with you? I have no girly friends.
Fine, yes, he's moderately cute. And he has an accent.
Now we're talking. Anyway, you've decided that this cute tour guide with an accent is a problem for some reason?
His story isn't adding up. If he's a tour guide, why would he show up at a site that might take years to open up to the public?
Maybe he's some sort of avant-garde tour guide. You know, way ahead of his time, like that jazz musician you made us see who only played awful notes.
I'm still sorry about that. In my defense, it was for a case.
And in his defense, there's nothing. Long-distance burn, jazz guy.
Yeah, the thing is, in Alibi and Ashes, that was the last time we had Carrie? No. I forget the actress's name for George, but she was terrific. I actually met her. We loved her. But then by the time we were working on this game, she became big-time actress in New York and moved. And we could not book her again because she was so busy. So it's like, well, okay, let's wait until you are busy. So we didn't have her for this game, which is why she's gone doing her job. And then we kept postponing it until we could get her, but we couldn't. We never could. And then in Shattered Medallion, when we had to have George back, we just opted for the voice actress of Jamila because we needed somebody. We lost our George.
I'm not sure what to do.
Check around to see if there's anything to help you get a better idea of what's
Yes,
going on
Manita.
at the site. Someone should have left some notes around. John probably had some.
Lily seems very uptight.
Do you think she's hiding something?
No doubt about it. I just don't know if it's relevant.
Strange behavior is rarely irrelevant, especially in a group that isolated.
Good point. See ya.
Bye.
Oh, we love Bess. A good phone call to Bess.
Haven't done that.
We need...
Still can't check that off yet. Still have to do that.
Well, now what do we do? What to do, what to do, what to do with...
Hi!
What do you think about Dylan?
Did we accidentally invite the whole world to this dig? With the exception of a decent work crew, that is. Although I do hate that I don't know why he is here. He is definitely easy on the eyes.
Agreed.
But if he stays out in the sun any longer, he's going to get all lobstery. Definite turnoff for us land dwellers.
I'll let you go.
Later!
Okay, so she has a thing for Dylan. We still haven't gotten rid of her yet to do some snooping.
Well, hello.
What do you think of Lily?
She's definitely my type.
What do you mean?
Cute, interesting, and not interested.
How do you know?
Just like my last girlfriend. Very driven. PhD student, probably has a cramped apartment full of dehydrated plants. She's probably going to come off a little rough-edged.
I'd better get going.
Come back anytime.
Okay. So we need a lighter. Where do we find a lighter? Is there one around here? Don't see anything here. Or here. Oh yeah, that's right. We looked at this already. I don't remember where to find it. I do not see it. Pages. Amulets. I know your eyes keep flying to the lanterns like, right, can't we just use the lantern? Yeah, we still need to light it. What to do? I don't know what to do. Let's see. Snoop their bunks. Figure out who the 4 sons of Horus were. Well, we have books, glyphs. Oh, these are the translations that we have found. That's cool. Only 1 page so far. Amulets. Learn about amulets in here. Pantheon. That's right, and there was the other book in our bunk, but let's call the professionals. Am I singing?
Hotchkiss here.
Goodness.
It's Nancy Drew.
Oh, Francine, dear, I'm so glad you called. I've been having the most infuriating problem with my internet.
I'm not a
This
specialist.
is Nancy. Drew.
Oh, you young people are so refreshing, always in search of new identities. The problem is that I downloaded this program called Weather Monkey. At my age, it's important that I keep abreast of all meteorological developments. But now I'm starting a new book, and I can't focus on my work because the Weather Monkey keeps yelling the weather at me.
Maybe you should uninstall it?
I will do no such thing. That would be tantamount to murder.
Maybe turn it down?
Brilliant and fantastic. Oh, yes, Samantha, you are a ticket. I would love to help you, but how do I know you again?
Nancy, Drew. We've met a few times.
Aha, now I remember you. If life were a good book, you'd be my favorite reoccurring character.
Hang on, that's a great quote. I want that quote. Hang on, it's Professor Hotchkiss. So good. If life were a good book, you'd be my favorite reoccurring character. That is so cute! That needs to be added to the quote generator.
I'm in Egypt, and I need your help.
Egypt? Well, why didn't you say that instead of chattering away about my internet problems?
I don't know how to respond to that. I read your book, and I thought maybe you could help.
You found my book while you were in Egypt. The serendipity is as delectable as Chateaubriand smothered in lavender lemon juice. I am at your disposal.
Hold it. Fun fact, some of you already knew this, but when I worked at Her Interactive, I actually was overjoyed and honored that Nick, the writer, asked me for a little help for writing for Professor Hotchkiss. He asked me all the questions about her, and I shared all that I knew from Treasure in the Royal Tower and Legend of the Crystal Skull, and how she had a thing for food and then weird food, and she always forgot Nancy's name. So I actually helped him out with weird food ideas by looking at very fancy restaurants' websites menus, and I just crossed some of the ingredients between two different dishes. So the like Chateaubriand was an actual thing on a menu, but the lavender lemon juice was actually something that was used on a dessert. So this is like a cheese thing, or is a wine-based thing. I forget what it was, but I took two separate ingredients and put them together, and then I gave these combinations to Nick, and he actually used a whole bunch of them. So I'm so excited. I was so thrilled about that.
I didn't exactly find it. You sent it to me. You even signed it.
Oh dear, I sign and send lots of things.
Have you heard of an expedition that went off in search of Nefertari years ago?
Oh yes, the team in which everyone died, is that the one?
Yes. Do you think that story is true?
Oh heavens, yes. It's deadly out there in the desert. Think about it. You're going out there in search of dead bodies. There must be a reason they're in favor of the area.
But this expedition wasn't searching for QV66, right?
Indeed not. That had already been discovered. They were searching for Nefertari's mummy.
What do you think happened to them?
Oh, it's best to not concern yourself about that now, given your current location.
Have you heard of Abdullah?
Yes, I have. He is December on my Men of Archaeology calendar.
You're kidding me. Does that exist?
It existed the second I made it. Is he there with you?
Yes. He seems full of himself.
He is. Oh, I am not an advocate of pulpy romance novels, but if I were, I'd call that an archable trait.
In Chapter 1, he'd swagger into the excavation site, the picture of a rascal with his dusty leather jacket and decidedly European haircut. His cocky ne'er-do-well smirk displaying his perfectly white teeth, but by the end he'd be sweetly holding flowers and saying, "Professor Hotchkiss, I'm dying to discuss your latest publication." A colleague of mine has guilted me into editing her latest romance novel, and I must confess I cannot wait until the project is completed. Reading page after page is absolutely wreaking havoc on my metaphors. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I no longer know.
Abdullah, that's what. He's a cold-blooded hotshot with only one setting: success.
That's what I was thinking, Matt.
Sorry, I've also been helping my nephew break into the movie trailer business. Oh, Hotchkiss, why must you always burn the candle at both ends? He's a good archaeologist who knows Egypt inside and out. He could teach you a thing or two, just don't pick up the attitude.
Why is this hilarious? Because Professor Hotchkiss is, she's just goofy.
I need your help. The hieroglyphs here don't make sense.
Then you are in for a treat. I like my puzzles as tempting as the gooseberry pie from San Rios in Little Brazil, and as complex as the ginger lime sauce they lovingly smother it in. You
Actually, that does sound
focus
good.
on what doesn't make sense. Look for a part of the pattern that has no earthly business being there.
Oh, yeah, the start and the end of the translation, yes.
What do you know about Nefertari?
Ah, a love story. Oh, break out the tissue papyrus, because when I'm done, there won't be a dry Horus in the house.
What?
Look it up, dear. Ramses II and Nefertari shared a love so vast, the world could scarcely contain it. I'm talking about the kind of love you spell capital L, capital O, heart instead of a V, capital E. They stood side by side and ruled the world, but as they saw the years stretch out before them, they were keenly aware that a handful of decades would never cut it. They needed to be together always.
That's sweet.
And relevant. The ancient Egyptians believed that life was little more than a
Yes,
dress rehearsal for
Dory.
eternity. I found records that they concocted a plan to be together forever, side by side.
Why not be buried side by side?
They foresaw a volatile future for their kingdom, and they were correct. They knew they would have to enact safeguards. That's why in 1904, when QV-66, the so-called tomb of Nefertari, was found, her body was not there.
What are the chances we found Nefertari's tomb?
If I were a gambling Hotchkiss, I'd say 60-40.
I still don't get all this business with QV-66. Why build a fake tomb?
For the same reason I never carry my passport in my purse when I travel. Some things are too valuable to leave in a tempting place.
I think I've added that quote to the quote generator. That one's actually really good, too. Some things are too valuable to leave in a tempting place.
You mentioned an expedition that found QV-66, Nefertari's tomb.
It was one of the most significant finds in archaeology. They call it the Sistine Chapel of Egypt. It's where my fascination with the royalty of Egypt was born. The color alone took my breath away. We think of ancient Egypt as being a subdued sand color, but it was a riotous display with all the visual delights of a midsummer gelato shop cooler case.
And you don't think Nefertari was entombed there?
They only found kneecaps, which supposedly means that her tomb was robbed.
You disagree?
I do. What good is the mummy without the context? It's the placement in the tomb that makes the mummy valuable.
Why is Nefertari so important?
There are two queens I find most fascinating in ancient Egypt, and for exactly the same reason. They were hidden.
She has a lot to say.
Hatshepsut is the first.
Yes.
I think I've heard of her. She was the pharaoh that was almost removed from the historical
Yes.
record, right?
Exactly. 20-some years of peace and stability, and after she dies, Thutmose III's ancient cronies try to erase her from the record.
Why?
You guys are
Jealousy,
hilarious.
Revenge, fear that his reign would never equal hers. You name it, but you can't keep a good woman down. Despite the efforts of Thutmose III's supporters, her legacy endured.
And Nefertari?
In my opinion, she's the opposite. She was obsessively preserved in the historical record, but it was her tomb that was hidden.
How sure are you that Nefertari's tomb was hidden?
There was something strange about QV66. I think that might be why it is off limits to this day.
It is?
To you and me, at the very least. There is a rumor that the tomb has a clue to the true location of Nefertari's mummy.
Really?
Who knows? I'll tell you this. I didn't have time to read all of the hieroglyphs, but I noticed that the syntax was a little, shall we say, wonky?
I don't know how hieroglyph syntax could be non-wonky.
True, but it was almost as if Nefertari and Ramses II had their own language.
So that's what the design team did. They created their own language for Nefertari and Ramses II.
Lily seems to be taking this curse business very seriously.
I thought you were, Lily.
The other Lily?
Hotchkiss prank! Oh, you're such a good sport, Nadine. That's a little silly of her, don't you think? Curses may only be a figment of our overactive imaginations.
That's what I think.
There are more pressing things to worry about. Most Egyptologists die because the desert is inhospitable and positively crawling with diseases. Horrid molds and bacteria that have been breeding for thousands of years unchecked. And let's not forget the lack of structural integrity of most of the tombs.
That's less than reassuring.
Oh dear, everybody dies, but life isn't worth living if you don't take a few risks. Although I guess I should stress that everyone dies much faster in the desert. much faster.
I'll catch you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. That is a long conversation. I totally forgot that was a thing, but I'm going to save my game. I've got to call it a day here. And I got to get going, but thank you guys for hanging out. You guys are the second to know that I do have a new product in my Etsy shop. The Gem Cookie Phone Charm, which is now available. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next spontaneous live stream, but Nancy Drew is next week at this same time. Good to see you guys. An hour goes by so fast, right? Have a good rest of your week, everybody, and I'll see you later.